relationships, fashion, trends, and all things topical. She is the content queen.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Time to find out what Kristi's blogging about on Fly 92.3.
Yes, and here she is. The blog is on the edge. TimesUnion.com. The girl is Kristi Gustafson Barlette. Good morning, Kristi.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Kristi. Welcome back, Kristi.
Thank you, and good morning to you, and happy early Mother's Day to you.
Oh, thank you. I like this twist that we're taking on Mother's Day this week because I think it's a little bit of an alternative idea, and readers and listeners have some cool stories to share.
So this is basically, this is about, okay, so mom is loving, and she's nurturing, and she's caring, and she's warm
all
and
those things.
compassionate, but you piss her off, and she turns into Baltimom, the mom that was beating on her son at the riots last week. Let me just play that audio real quick, Kristi, just so that people can kind of get an idea. This kid, by the way, was out there. He was looting and
16 years old. Yep, and he was part of the riots.
Yeah.
And his mom got wind.
She was the one in the yellow shirt. The best thing is he's like completely covered. He looks like a ninja, and he's so incredible. I almost kind of feel bad for the kid though because
like covering up.
He's like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." Like in front of all the other horrible looters and rioters, he's getting beat up from his mom.
He's like, "Oh hell no."
This is Mom of the Year stuff. Okay, so here it is, real quick. Hit him in the head.
Get over here now!
I love it.
Did you hear what I
It's awful. You could hear all the craziness behind it, but she's louder than all of it.
Yep, she is, and she's getting her point across. And guess where he's going? Home.
Something tells me, Kristi, that wasn't a little snapshot of your Averill Park childhood. Right, Kristi?
My mother never pulled me off the street when I was wearing a mask and slapped me silly. But.
Over out in the AP, raising hell.
Getting your point across.
We did have to look for things to do out there, but looting in the streets was not one of them.
So what did readers say?
All right, so like I said, we asked them to share, hey, tell us when your parents were tough love. And one of the readers, Lori Van Buren, says she remembers her mom washing her mouth out with soap. And when she swore as a little kid, she's like, and I got the wooden spoon if I was bad, too.
Is she my sister?
I always
I think I got my mouth washed out with soap, too. I think you remember that one.
The threat was always very large, but I really don't think that mom or dad ever followed through with it. Did your mom or dad do that?
Oh, yeah. I remember being dragged into the bathroom and having either bar or liquid soap put in my mouth.
But what would you say,
did have
though?
choices,
what would you do? Correct their pronunciation or their grammar or something like that?
I was probably like talking back or being fresh. I don't think I was ever really a swearer. Like I don't swear now, so I can't imagine I swore as a kid. But I probably was being fresh.
Wow,
that is classic.
I can't picture Kristi getting her mouth.
No, me neither. You could picture
you?
me though, right? Yup, countless times.
Oh yeah,
all the time. We got choices though. It was either bar or liquid, and then it was colors, so we could get the green or the blue.
Gotcha.
So my mom was very diplomatic, and she was democratic about it, at least.
Well, another one was two people actually had this happen. They said when they, fought with their parents, or this one girl, she was just sarcastic and sassy, and she went huffing to her room and she slammed the door. So a minute later, she hears her dad out there with tools, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "You know what? This is my door. You don't get to slam my door. You slammed it. Now you don't have one." So she had no door for a week. And
Took
then
it off the
slammed
hinges.
door.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Wow, that is a good one. I thought you were going to say he brought out like the hammer and the tools and he just kind of like barricaded her in.
Oh
That would have
my
been
God.
awesome too.
He piece of plywood up and was like, "This is really a time."
You're never coming out till you're 18.
But most kids would be like, fine. Can you just slide some dinner under the door? That was always me. Like whenever I got in trouble, I would always slam the door. I would go cry in the bed or whatever, and I would just barricade myself until I smelled dinner. And I'd be like, "Hi guys, things are better now, kind of, aren't they?" Because you always want to eat because there's no food in the bedroom.
Right, there's no food.
Always keep us like a bag of Doritos in there just in case. We had lots of people with all kinds of comments. So good.
One of my favorite ones, and this to me sounds torturous, is she snuck out late one night, so her dad made her stay up all night the next night. She had to sit straight up in a chair until the sun rose to teach her never to sneak out again.
Oh
That's
my
not bad at all.
That's great.
One of our listeners, Terry, emailed in, and she said, when I was 19 and still living home, my mother and I were having a heated argument while she was stirring a huge pot of sauce on the stove. Kristi, you could probably relate to this. She took the big spoon out of the sauce, whapped me upside the head with it, and put it back in the pot, kept stirring. She didn't even miss a beat.
Awesome.
I love it. I love it. And you never, whatever it is, you never forget. Like when your mom flips that switch and the tough love comes out, you usually don't repeat that behavior.
No, you don't. Absolutely not. My sister. Sorry, go ahead, Christy.
I was going to say, and one other guy, he wouldn't pick his dirty clothes up off the floor, so his mother opened the window, threw everything out of the backyard, and half of it landed in the pool.
I love it. Christy, thank you. We will talk to you next week. Happy Mother's Day. You know, you got mad at us when we said it to you last year at this time because you hadn't popped out Baby C yet. But now that she's out.
I had. Yes, I had. It was the year before. But yes,
it was the year before she got mad. Oh, sorry.
A year and a half. All right, so this is my
Happy
second
Mother's Day.
All right,
I think
thanks,
Chris.
guys.
I think.